This is the euro dollar for the week of October 19. As you all know, we are long the euro dollar from quite some time, and we had a push high this week. We traded as high as 149.67, which is also, as you can see, like we have pointed last week, is the structural point back in November 23rd, 2007. This was our initial point, the 147.18, and we were buying above that point because if it trades above that structural point, it should lead us all the way up to the high, and it did what it's supposed to do. It behaved in a normal pattern by pushing higher, giving us a big range for the day, and tested the prior momentum high of 149.67. It went precisely. This is 149.67 and 2 points of the pip, and this is now went all the way back exactly to the 149.67, just it missed by a fraction, a tenth of a pip, which means that the 149.67 is an extremely strong point, as it is something that has been observed since 2007. So we are going to maintain our bias, and if it goes above the 49.67, then we can add to our longs, because the move now is going to be towards the 153. So we're still looking for a continuation to the upside, and now our buying structural point is going to be above the 149.67. I'm going to enter that as a structural point on the radar screen. Okay, this is our radar screen, and as you see from last week, our buying point was above the 147.18, which is the prior structural point. Let me show you that on the chart so that you can see it. This is the 147. We have it here rounded at 20, but on the weekly chart, as you can see it much more clearer, it is the 147.18. So right now, since we have traded above that structural point, now that structural point has already performed its job. So now we're going to look for the higher structural point, and in this case it's the 149.67. So our structural point is, instead of 147.18, it is now going to be 149.67. So on a trade above that, that is going to be our new structural long. Looking at the daily chart, the prices did behave as per our expectation. It took up this momentum high, and it went up all the way to the 167. It went up, as I said, to the 149.67, and it sold off a little bit all the way back to the 149, which is not really anything negative or something that we should concern ourselves with. And we're still looking for a continuation to the upside. As you see that even though it has tested this high and it sold off, it is still within the prior 2 days, inside the range of the last 2 days, which is quite positive. It is not a negative by any means, and we should be holding on our 2 hour long position. We have no reason to initiate any shorts. The only short that I'm going to initiate, and the only first selling point, is going to be on a trade below the prior momentum high, and this is the 148.43. So if the euro comes and trades below the 148.43, this is where I'm going to initiate the short. And as you see, it is also the lows of the last several days, and it has respected them quite well. and that also adds to our confirmation that the 148.43 is now our new structural short to the downside. So we are maintaining our bias. Let me put the short point on the radar screen. So my short point is going to be the 148. And now I'm going to take that to my intraday chart, and I'm going to put so as you see, this is here our structure point for us to begin to consider even going short. As long as the euro is above that 148.30, then we're looking to maintain our long bias to the euro. So in this case, in the Tokyo session, if I have a break above the range, then I'm going to take that long, and I'm looking for a test of the 149.66. And if I do have a trade to the downside out of the range, I am not going to take that short. I will only take that short on a trade below the 148.43. If I do not trade below the 148.43, I am filtering all shorts above that point.